City some stripper he used to date or
Yeah.
whatever. But if they click on the link, it's like, oh, it's clearly a dog, you know. So it just kind of eases things up a bit.
Well, we are back from
Okay,
in the
and that
tournament.
ends your Twitter minute.
Yeah,
Back
thanks
to
for
your
stopping by,
regular
BJ.
program. I gotta
However,
go do my job.
I don't know if the internet is really fully working. There it goes.
That
Hopefully
was-
you guys have audio, video, a clock. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Mine doesn't
Who
seem to be
Jedi is
working
getting
right
attacked
now at all.
We are playing 15,000, 30,000 blinds here at
Oh, there we
one
go.
Shooting Star.
Oh, stop. Please stop. Dear God, stop. Oh.
We got a request to see some footage from the secondary table, so I'm going to take you over there. Apologies for the camera angle. There's not much I can do.
All right, guys, that was the voice of BJ Nemeth you were listening to. You can find him on Twitter at BJ Nemeth, BJNEMETH. Good guy. He's got some interesting stuff he tweets, and it's very, very little poker. Which, if you follow me on Twitter at WhoJedi, you'll know that mine's very little poker as well. So I like to keep it that way. So, very much like to keep it that way. I'll tweet some cool poker stuff every once in a while, and B-Rob just has like
You'll
the
do
best
what?
deals ever. Talking about like BJ's a good follow on Twitter. He doesn't tweet a lot of poker stuff. Kind of like me. I don't tweet a lot of work-related stuff, but
Yeah, I'm kind of doing a mix because I feel like a lot of my followers want poker content, but like I don't really care. But then like if I read like a news article and I happen to be one of the first ones to read something, I'll retweet it or post something about it, you know, to break the news. Like I think I was one of the first ones that saw like the World Series schedule, and I was like, I
Right.
tweeted it out there, you know.
yeah,
Case.
my Twitter account has this weird dynamic where I have this large group of like poker people that follow me, then I have this large group of like Star Wars people that follow me. From my
Like
stuff
like the cast of Star Wars.
like some of them, yeah. From like the work I've done at like with Lucasfilm at conventions and stuff, I have like this huge Star Wars following too, and it's like I can very rarely tweet anything that appeases both of them. So
Tournament Director Brian Goodham coming over to ask when the ladies' event of the World Series is.
and it is. Is he going to buy into it?
I imagine he's just going to buy in 10K. No
Just going
problem.
to drop that 10. Hey Brian, you just going to drop that 10K and buy into that? You just going to drop the 10K and buy into it?
So, question
Yeah,
for
whatever.
you. Let's say you want to buy into that event. Is it cheaper to have like a sex change operation? How much is that? I don't know. Seems like, is that less than 9,000? If it's under 4,500, you can change and then just change back, and you get a discount right there.
Okay. All right. That's good. Yeah. That was
Yeah, there's some wear and tear.
All right. You get a timeout for that. Not so much for what you said, but just take your cap locks off, people. Clearly, you don't care about our tweeting. Everybody else cares about our tweeting. Still 8 players left. Final 6 are going to move on to the televised final table. Once again, tomorrow, the World Poker Tour will not be streaming this. Just to give you a heads up, there will not be streaming tomorrow for the televised final table. We're going to try and get you some audio coverage. We're working on that. We got some ideas we're going to try and work on tonight before the final table kicks underway. So we'll see what we can do for you. All right, just to let you know, we have, with 8 players left, the next player out is going to take home $91,120. 7th place is going to take home $124,460. Pay jumps every step of the way now, obviously. DJ asked, do you work for the WTP? I'm assuming you mean
The world's toilet paper.
the world's. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you
it's
mean
the world's
WPT.
toilet paper company.
I do not work for the World Poker Tour. I help them out. When
It's funny because that's a common misconception. We're at a lot of events that are WPT events.
Right.
So people mistake us for WPT staff.
We are not WPT staff.
We are independent.
I have done work for the WPT before, still do from time to time, but I'm not on their staff or anything like that.
We're basically here because we've known Matt Savage for a long time, and he brought us in and got us to run this stream on behalf of the casino. We do it at Commerce as well. We've been doing it for quite a few years. And we like it here. We like the staff at Bay 101. So we're working directly for the house. Working for that woman, June Richards.
Putt says we should try streaming on Twitch TV, which is the gaming section to Justin TV.
I think it's the same thing.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll check it out.
It's the same thing.
Yes, we do other tournaments. We cover all the events at the Commerce Casino. We're also at the at Foxwoods quite a bit. So we're actually heading to Foxwoods as soon as this event is over. Yes, blue chips have been colored up. 3 chips in play now. The pink 5Ks. Sorry, B-Rob's got something.
We are on a river here on the secondary table. The board reads 36886. That is 200,000. And he shows 6-7 for River Trip Sixes to win the pot.
Who was that?
He was snap called.
Chris Johnson.
He was snap called by Joe, and you hear Joe's rail is silent after he loses that pot. Giving up 2 plaques on the river. I think the bet was 75,000 on the turn.
Zach asking in the chat room, will we cover your home games if we provide snacks? We do work for snacks, if they're the right snacks.
What kind of snacks? You gotta have a lot of snacks for.
They got to be really
And what
good
city
snacks.
are you in?
Yeah, where
I
are
mean,
you? That's the key.
That's rough. Speak for yourself there, Jay. I don't know if I work for snacks.
If they're good snacks, I'll work for them.
Scooby snacks?
Scooby snacks. Rangy. All right. Still 3-handed in a high roller, which is going on right behind me, actually. And like I said, Nick Schulman is a massive chip leader in that event.
Can I give a nice shout out to Skinny TV for bringing us some delicious sushi while we're working on the way
God,
here?
he
That
did.
was
He
really
brought in
nice of him.
Big box of sashimi. Oh,
It's like my 3rd and my 4th meal today, I think. Delicious. Thank you, Skinny TD. Huge shout out to you, my friend. Wherever you are. There you are.
say hello. Sam Quinto, you guys that follow us at the LAPC stream will remember him. Just popped in to see how it's going here at Bay 101.
We were just
Hello,
talking about
everyone.
you. We were thanking you for the delicious sushi that you brought us.
Delicious sushi
It was good. I'm about to eat some more of it.
here in my hometown of San Jose.
Is it your hometown?
Well, I'm actually born in San Francisco, but this is where I consider my home,
Your stomping grounds?
my stomping grounds, home away from home. How about Paul Vobie, man? I mean, the guy's about to make another deep run, making another final table.
Yeah,
it
why
looks
didn't you let him win when you,
Why didn't I let
the
him
Commerce? Do you have a no Paul Volpe wins?
like? Well, I did
rule
say
at the
Paul
Commerce?
would win the
Yeah.
main event of the
Did you?
LAPC.
I hope you collected some money on that one.
It was hard to get any action. I said that when there was 2 players left.
That's great. Well, it's not going to work here because we lost Paul Klein. What place did Paul go out in? The other Paul?
Was it 12th or 13th?
10th? 11th? 12th?
11th place. I mean, he made a
I
really
know.
amazing run
That was
considering
sick.
his first entry. He was the first person out.
Oh, he was a re-entry.
Yes, this entry was a
Wow.
re-entry.
Did he? Was there re-entry at the Commerce in the LAPC? No
it was-
re-entry.
it was
You guys
only
ever
a single
consider
line.
that?
We did consider it actually,
But just don't want to change it.
but the top brass felt that we didn't want to go in that direction.
Fair enough.
I like Movie Maker. It's giving my history here. He was my lucky charm when I won a WPTC.
Wow. What year was that? What year do you used to work here in this casino?
2002 to 2007.
And you're still, it's funny because we were just on break and the dealer looked up at you and asked you if you're racing off chips, and you answered. you're still family here.
It's still family, yes.
You need to get on the uniform.
Put on a suit.
When's the last time you dealt? We should put you in the box.
I can probably still deal.
I'm sure you could.
But
When's the last time you were in the box?
last time I was in a box, 2002.
Wow. You never hopped in a box at Commerce?
No, never.
Are you allowed?
I could.
Yeah.
And there's times where I want to.
I figured there'd be a point where you just send me home and you hop in the box. If dealing helps your poker. That's a weird question.
I think dealing cards can help your poker game a lot
Yeah.
because you get to. I mean, if you get a chance to deal a lot of games, you're going to see some really great players play.
And not only that, but while you're waiting for a decision to be made, a guy is going to bet or call, you can think to yourself, what would you do in that situation? You basically get to review all these hand histories and occasionally see some cards.
Watch. If I can deal to Eric Seidel day in and day out, I mean, you got a front row seat to see how this man plays. I mean, that's
Right.
got to help your game. Something's happening.
Looks like we have 2 all-ins or an all-in a call. I'm going to go see if I can get closer
here.
Aces into ace king. Aces for Paul Volpe.
Sounds like something about Danny Wong.
Aces against ace king. Aces for Paul
versus Danny Wong.
Ace king for Danny Wong. Paul Volpe doubles up.
Paul Volpe's going to
Wow.
double up.
That's a big stack. It looks like they're going to get a count.
That's going to definitely be chip leader now. I mean,
Yeah,
double
that's
through Danny Wong.
Paul Volpe, no stranger to being the chip leader. He was chip leader at the end of the day yesterday.
Yes.
Massive pop there.
Yeah. How much was in that pop?
Paul looks like he is all in. He was all in for. They're kind of down right now, but
Yeah,
it looks to me like it's about 2.2, 2.3 million.
No, it's not that much, is it?
It's 100% that
Oh,
much.
it is that
He's
much.
got 2 full stacks of plaques.
I see, yeah.
He's got
2.1,
1.6 million in plaques. He's got 2.6. He's got 2.7 million.
Oh my gosh! And how much?
He's almost got 2.8 million. This is going to put the hurt on. Is that YK that he doubled through?
What's that?
Who is that he doubled through? Danny Wong. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely going to cripple Danny Wong, it looks like. But Paul Volpe. 5 million
5
chips
million
now
chips.
for Paul Volpe. Keep in mind, folks, there's only 19 million chips in play. 5 million. Over 5 million.
That's well. Thank you, Who Jedi, for that play-by-play analysis. Wow, unbelievable. Paul Volpe. I mean, he's quickly developing into a name to be reckoned with here on the World Poker Tour.
How good is he running in this 10-day span? I mean, obviously he's playing well, but to go through that many people at Commerce and then come down here and do the same thing at Bay 101 is just
I find
insane.
that amazing. There's some comments regarding Danny Wong's play. I mean, you're seeing such comments as amateur move, all in with ace king, dumb.
They are playing four-handed, and when you're playing four-handed, ace king is virtually the nuts.
Well, definitely wouldn't. I don't necessarily fault. I don't even know how many. Did you see the action?
I didn't see the action. I assume it was probably a 4-bet or maybe a 5-bet. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. You guys probably saw it better at home.
Yeah.
If you're not getting an ace-king at a four-handed table, though, you should definitely question what's going on, because that's a hand you're happy to get all the chips in there. There's only 2 hands that you don't want to see, aces and kings, and even kings you're not that huge of a dog to. It's unlucky to run into aces in that situation. It's only 3 more aces left in the deck for him to pick up the other 2 aces. It happens so rarely. It's just like picking up kings to aces. It's just hardly ever going to happen. That's one of those things you kind of just got to shrug your shoulders and be like, it just wasn't my time, or I wasn't meant to be. There's nothing I can do. Let's see if I can grind on and double up my stack and stay in this tournament. Trying to get Hujeta to get in there and take a view of how many chips he has remaining. Who's he got left? Danny Wong left with about 400,000.
Water. They just keep flowing through the cracks.
Hujeta coming back to letting us know he's got 300 behind. That's pretty good. Another shout out to Joe Moon. And he is all in this hand. Big blind folds. He picks it up. Do whatever you like.
I just want to give a shout out to the San Jose fans. You're one of the best poker fans ever. From the, we appreciate your support.
They're a little quiet
This is from
tonight.
the World Poker Tour.
They're a little quiet tonight. Why is that?
Not quite.
Not you, the crowd, the fans. No, not the mic. I'm saying you weren't here. Matt Savage tried to get the crowd riled up, and he barely got a couple squeaks out of them.
Yeah,
It's probably the quietest year ever.
One of the quieter years.
We're definitely lacking a local contingent.
I can tell you what. I mean, if Joe wins a couple more pots, I mean, this crowd's gonna get stirred up good.
Yeah, he must have not been winning pots in a while, because every time he was winning a pot, people were applauding.
Reminds me of a year when another Win actually made a very deep run and won the 2005 Shooting Stars. Danny Win.
2005, they played poker in 2005?
Yes.
How is that possible?
And if anyone remembers one of the key hands against Shandor Senkuti on the final table, it was Ace King versus Ace 7 all in pre, and the flop came a king for Shandor, and it came 7-7 turn and river.
Oh my God!
For only time you'll see on the World Poker Tour when they showed out the stats that Danny Win was less than 1% to win the hand. I've never seen that less hand sign ever in my lifetime, but they put it on the ground.
On World Poker Tour.
Yeah, and when that final 7 came on the river, I don't know, it was an eruption in this casino. You could hear all the crowds outside. I mean, it almost felt like there was a tremor in here.
Wow.
It was that loud. That was a pretty exciting moment.
Did you see the runner flush that ran out earlier?
No.
To knock out. I thought. Oh, now I forgot how to say his name. That he's out of the tournament.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I had his name down when he was in, but now he's out. I can't remember. He got all in with Ace Queen against the King Queen of Eric Seidel. Flop came Ace High, and it ran out 4 spades on the turn of the river to give Eric Seidel a flush. And Mosentrini was on the rail and said, "Got him," when the flop hit, thinking he was drawing dead, and he was not drawing dead. That's a pretty sick one.
We lost our 8th place. Oh no, one guy's all in.
We have an all-in call. Gonna jump to the secondary table. We have Ace 8 of clubs versus
Still the 8 players
6
right
8
now.
of hearts.
We have an all-in call situation.
Does have open in a straight draw, and he makes a straight. 6 on the river to chop it up. They both have an 8. Board reads 4, 9, 7, 10, 6.
Pot over here.
And they have a split pot. Matt asks if I think that Paul Volpe will run deep in another WPT this year. It's hard to say. The year is early. He's asking if he's going to run deep again in a WPT. It's still early in the year. There's a lot of WPTs to go through the rest of the year. I'm not sure what his plans are. I imagine after winning or getting second in the Commerce and then coming here and making a deep run, possibly winning it, you imagine he's going to play pretty much everything the rest of this year. So,
I mean, it's still like you said, a lot of events. I mean, they got a couple international. They got Hard Rock Seminole.
Yeah.
Of course, the championship at Bellagio.
How many WPT events are there on the U.S. soil? Assuming he doesn't travel to overseas, how many with 10Ks or 5Ks?
Well, I mean, you also have to consider that 3,500 at
I'll
Borgata
take that too. Yeah.
I mean, I think there are 12 main stops.
12 stops.
I think there's 12.
I would be surprised if he played a full schedule the rest of this year. I imagine he'll make at least one more deep run in a WPT. If you talk about any big tournament series, I'm sure you'll be hearing some noise from him.
Well, I definitely think he's going to start playing the rest of these events. I mean, he's going to make a run at Salzburg Player of the Year standings.
Right. But I mean, as a player like him, are you concerned about just focusing on WPTs, or are you playing other brands?
I think he should.
He's playing everything.
He's playing it all.
Yeah, he's playing everything.
He should be.
He's running good and playing good. Seems to be making a good transition from online to live. Just needs to learn how to go in front of a camera. He's afraid of the camera. I don't know why. Doesn't mind a microphone, but afraid of the camera.
Paul Volpe is definitely going to be one of the future WPT stars, and
He's
definitely
one to watch.
I
Another
mean,
one to watch, Eric Seidel. I think he's going to do big things. He's going to do something. I think it might be time to dip into some more sashimi while we wait for some action to pick up.
Oh, got another all
Oh.
in. This gentleman is
There's an all in here at the secondary
all in.
table
Looks
before
like
I
it might be a call by
eat some
Seidel.
sashimi.
I'm not really sure here. See what's
Bubba
going
is
on.
all in for
Seidel's
Eric Seidel's going to grab the chips and count them down himself. Eric Seidel counts it down to 430,000. Yep, he just grabs it. It's 430. Says, "I'll take care of that."
Yeah.
I'm Eric Seidel. I'm going to count them.
And Eric Seidel, I can touch his chips.
Eric Seidel in the tank. You can see him in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, shuffling chips. Apologies for the camera angle.
For anybody else but Eric Seidel.
He does fold, but he's going to show him.
Oh, we got something. We have action
He
going on
shows
at
the
other
Jack
end of the
8.
table.
He shows the Jack 8 and needles Seidel about his thing. These.
Danny Wong on the other table.
Danny Wong all in?
Starting to sound like Danny Wong is at risk. We're going to lose.
Danny Wong has been eliminated.
Danny
We know
Wong
somebody-
in 8th place.
And we are now combining to our unofficial final table of 7.
Going down
There's-
to one table here.
We had 4 players at either table. We lost a player. We're now at the unofficial table. We'll be high carding and handing out new seat assignments. We'll be at one table playing down to the final 6, who will come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. to play on the official WPT final table set. So stand by, and we'll be back with you when we get down to the final table and we start play back up.